Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name's Ruben Mercer, I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. This is the Bayliner VR6 Bowrider. It is the largest of the Bayliner VR class. She's powered by a 250 horsepower mercruiser 4.5 litre V6 petrol engine. Huge functional spec aboard. They're very much designed for offshore coastal cruising or inland waterways. Now, it's the largest of the VR6 range. They go VR4, VR5, VR6. She comes in just a little over 22 feet long, has a beam of 8 feet, and then the estimated draft is 2 feet 11 inches. What we'll do is we'll get the canopies off and we'll take a little look inside momentarily. Lovely. So at the back then we've got a reboarding ladder off to the starboard side, towing eye, and then a transom shower as well. Big, nice extended swim platform, bathing platform. If you are brave enough to go for a dip, let's jump up on. And a huge functional layout in the cockpit. Well, let's start here. So this is a lounger. You can use it as a chaise lounge. And then also, rather than have you climb and clamber over the cushions to get into the cockpit, simply remove it and you have a nice one level walkway in. Just below this, there is a storage locker. Now that is drained, so a lot of people maybe just put ice in there, keeps your drinks cool for the day. These cushions are removable, so you really do have unrestricted access down into the cockpit. Is let's get that flipped back down again. Lovely. Now this has the capacity to take 9 people out on the water very, very comfortably. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up in the back U-shaped lounge. Simply to extend that, you can lift this seat up, and there's one position where it is an aft facing bench seat, or alternatively you can lie it flat. Now with the headboard there, that gives you a lounging position or just another sunbathing area to top up your tan if you do have guests on the aft swim platform or also on the aft sun pad. Now everything is under the protection of the bimini top. That's just held within there within the sock. There is also a monster tower, so you can tow up to 4 water skiers or wake surfers on that. There is also the towing eye at the rear, which I showed you. That is more for your inflatables, your dinghies, your donuts, that sort of thing. Okay, now the entertainment in the cockpit. So we do have stereo speakers. There's one, there's another, and all of that is controlled from the Jensen Bluetooth stereo right here on the dash. Now just before we get onto the dash, I'll show you, there is a way of using this for alfresco dining. A table drops in down there and you can swivel this seat round, pop this seat up. It gives you a really nice space to entertain or have a spot of lunch while you are out in the water. Lovely. Now that table is teak and it does fold away and swivel, so you can get maximum use out of the space on board. Let me just get that nice and symmetrical, quite OCD like that. And you can imagine now on a day like today, the snow has just come on, but when the sun's out, spring, summer, autumn, with the bimini down, it's a really, really nice place to bring friends, bring guests, socialise and entertain. Now this has the preferred equipment package, so we've got snap-in carpets. Now you can just wash them down with a hose, you can also brush them. All the upholstery is marine leather as well. Designed to get dirty, designed to get wet. You can just wash it down with the onboard transom shower should you want to. Let's put this back up in its original position. In here, just a lockable glove box. Now all the cup holders have blue LED mood lighting within them. I do like this. Now, this was purpose built by Bayliner because they know that people are going to want to tow water skiers, or, well, you're going to want to maybe have someone in the water with a donut or some sort of water toy. So this is dedicated for looking out over the back to double check and ensure the safety of whoever is being towed by the boat. So let's get onto the helm position then. Now the seat bolsters up, swivels back and forwards, and also rotates. The dash, Bayliner are slowly getting rid of analog dials, especially on these larger ones. Now this was an optional upgrade, so we have a Simrad glass dash that has chart plotting capabilities, GPS. You're also very, very lucky in the sense that you have a transducer that's fitted to the bottom of the boat that has a sonar suite on it, so you do get an accurate representation of the topography underneath you. We've got an electric windlass with anchor. Everything nice and neatly, pardon me, displayed. And then Bayliner's typical non-glare gloss grey. I know the two of those don't really go together, non-glare and gloss, but they do. They do. Okie dokie. Storage, there is an abundance of it. Let's start off down here. So the propeller is underneath here, but there is plenty of space for water skis. There's also dedicated table storage underneath here. I'll show you. You can see that's the bag for the table, sat in there. Also your battery isolator and the manual bilge pump. And then there is more underneath here as well. That is drained as well. So like I said at the very beginning when you came under there, if you wanted to put ice and keep your drinks cold, you can certainly do that with this one. This one drains into the bilges. Fantastic. Right, moving on. Now, off to port, we do have a fairly good sized locker. Now, the primary use of this is it is big enough to fit a Mercury Portaloo. Also, if the kids are misbehaving, why not stick them in here? There is plenty of space for them. There is drainage, but there really is an abundance of storage here. Primary use is for you to fit a Portaloo. Secondary use, screaming kids. Tertiary use, general storage. Let's get that closed, let's move on to the bow. So the windshield folds over and locks into place. You can also see here we do have the runners for the wind block. But what we do is we do have initially seating for 3. Now a filler cushion drops in the weld here, also as does that wind block or a backing plate. Now the backing plate does have upholstery on it, so effectively turns it into another seat. Underneath all these 3 compartments there is storage. There is the electric windlass. More storage under there as well. But as you may notice, the beam and the width of this Bayliner VR6 goes really, really far forward. So in your typical Bowrider from other models, other makers, maybe the bow would come in here, but by extending it, and you can see the way that it's sloped round, Bayliner managed to get a lot more width forward. Hence having, well, it's called a Bowrider for a reason. You want to be able to ride up in the bow. Okie dokie, what we'll do is we will get the filler cushions in here. We'll show you what that looks like. So that is an enclosed space. Definitely you can get 4 adults there. And then once this is over, if you are sitting aft and it is quite a windy day, well, that fully blocks the wind. There is still some storage space underneath it, but what I do like is how the cushion has been cut. So if you are sitting up in the bow, you can still put your beer, your wine, or if you're fancy, maybe a glass of Prosecco, you can put it in there, you can ride along to your heart's content. They are also backlit with that blue LED mood lighting. A lovely boat, really innovative, these Bayliner VR6s. The technology is always evolving, they're always finding new ways to cram extra storage parts into certain areas of the boat that would normally be dead space on older models or on rival companies. But all there is really to do now is to take a look at the engine underneath there. She's powered by a mercruiser 250 horsepower 4.5 litre V6 petrol engine. Lots of storage space off to the starboard side. And then in there is your water tank for the onboard water system, primarily the transit shower. Your batteries goes in there, and then you can see that also has been what's the name for it? I've lost it now. It's been insulated. That's it. It's been insulated so you can store your ice, store your cool drinks in there, and the heat off the engine won't affect it whatsoever. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Bayliner VR6. A lovely, lovely boat. Great functional spec aboard her. Plenty of storage, seating for 9 or 863 kilos. Why would you want to go abroad this season? You could top up your tan here. You could top up your tan here, here, here. You know you want to. Go on. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.